Hey, what's going on? Hope you had a decent Monday. Over the course of this trading journey, I've realized that fundamental analysis gets trumped by technical analysis, which gets trumped by mental analysis. So what that means is in the beginning, 2017, 2016, 2018, all that sort of stuff, I was looking for, what coins pump the hardest for whatever reason, what's hot. And then from there, started moving to charts to develop a consistency, because what I realized with fundamental analysis is that the markets don't need to make sense whatsoever. And then moved to technical analysis and charting because it needed a consistency. And then from there, you realize that you can't have a consistency unless you sort your own brain out and dive into the mental analysis. So that's something that this book, Trading in the Zone, they dive deep into in the first chapter, chapter 1. Fundamental analysis, technical analysis, mental analysis, and in the opposite order of why they're important. This book, Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, you'll find a lot of professional traders, a lot of big shots, a lot of good, reliable, honest people in the trading world will say that this is the only book that's done them any good and was worth their time. I've read it, or I've listened to it 3 times and read it once on physical, so I'm a big fan, as you can imagine, because I like the psychology aspect behind it, and it's just got a very understandable, easy way of digesting that. So what I'm going to try and do on these Mindset Mondays is just go through a snippet from the book, an important snippet from the book. Saves you from reading it because I know how busy you are. Let me do the reading for you. I'll just cut out the important parts and we'll run through this little section. This is exactly how it's written in the book. And we will just talk about it after each line, my opinion on what it means, what's the meaning behind the phrase, the paragraph, the sentence, etc. So we'll start at the top here. Remembering that you can't have good, consistent gains, you can't have any constant success in trading or investing unless you have a good mindset. There will be a lot of times where your brain will be tested, your mental attitude will be completely put to the test, and if it's rock solid, then you will be able to tap into the unlimited stream of financial gains and monetary supply that comes with literally pressing buy and sell. And that's the thing I say to everybody, right? Is if it's 2 clicks of the button, buy and sell, then why isn't everybody rich? What's so hard about it? It's most of the problems lie within your own brain, and it's not a general way of thinking. That's why many of the, as he says in this book as well, many of the doctors, lawyers, scientists that he has tried to coach have been the most difficult to coach, because trading takes a different sort of approach than just book smarts. Which it might sound good. That might sound good to you. Sure as fuck does to me. So problem, failure to take responsibility, part 1. So trading can be characterized as a pure personal choice with an immediate outcome. If you can't be bothered listening to me talk about this, then you probably shouldn't be trading, honestly. Remember, nothing happens in trading until we decide to start. It lasts as long as we want, and it doesn't end until we decide to stop. So what that means is trading is one of the forms of art where you can be working. You can start when you want. You can stop when you want. You can last. The trade can last as long as you want. It's pure freedom, basically. You've got nobody telling you what to do. It all lies within the click of your mouse and what you want to do. The next part, all of these beginnings, middles, and endings are the result of our interpretation of the information available and how we choose to act on our interpretation. Now, we may want the freedom to make choices, but that doesn't mean we are ready and willing to accept the responsibility of the outcome. So the freedom to make whatever choice you want comes with a cost, and that's the responsibility, which is quite heavy, because it's financial and it's your hard-earned cash. Traders who are not ready to accept responsibility for the outcomes of their interpretations of the information will find themselves in a dilemma. How does one participate in an activity that allows complete freedom of choice and at the same time avoid taking responsibility if the outcome of one's choices are unexpected and not to one's liking? So basically, you can't have both. You can't have unlimited freedom, and you can't have no responsibility if you want success. That's how the world. That's how Mark Douglas is explaining how the world works. You cannot have two; they are inversely correlated. If you want maximum freedom, then you must take maximum responsibility in your actions, and vice versa. Sort of is the opposite, right? If you want no freedom or at all, like maybe if you want to go to jail, then you don't need to take responsibility for anything in there because you're just following the rules, right? You're just walking around in the jail cell. You've got no responsibility, and also you've got no freedom. So you want maximum freedom financially as well, then you got to take maximum responsibility financially as well. The hard reality of trading is that if you want to create consistency, you have to start from the premise that no matter what the outcome, you are completely responsible. This is a level of responsibility few traders have aspired to before they decide to become traders. So people don't realize this. People think that they can just click away and whatever happens, fuck it, not my fault. Might have been that trade that you've seen on a Telegram channel, or it might have been your mate's fault that he shouldn't have told you to buy that dog coin. It's not your fault, even though you're the one that clicked the button. That's what people think, but then, wrong. The way to avoid responsibility is to adopt a trading style that is, to all intents and purposes, random. I define random as poorly planned trades or trades that are not planned at all. So this is bad. If you want no responsibility for your actions, then just do random, poorly planned shit trades here, there, no plans at all, on the spur of a moment, fuck it, emotionally FOMOing, clicking on something, going for it, whatever, doesn't matter. Not my fault that I just lost $1,000. Whose is it? Who can I blame? It is an unorganized approach that takes into consideration an unlimited set of market variables which do not allow you to find out what works on a consistent basis and what does not. What works on a consistent basis and what does not. You cannot improve something you don't measure. If you're doing things completely random and unorganized, you can't measure what's working for you and what's not. Randomness is unstructured freedom without responsibility. Randomness will make you broke. The end. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you next Monday for part 2 of this same one. And hopefully if you've stuck around, you'll understand just as well as I do that mental analysis trumps everything. An idiot can make a good trade. An idiot can click buy at the right time. What happens after that is up to the idiot, which is most likely hanging on all the way up and then all the way down, selling too early, all that sort of shit. Many possible outcomes. But if you get to the bottom of the brain, then you can have consistent success. So see you next Monday for the next episode of this.